people are already down with their own life and that they can't seem to change anything, there comes a catharsis in seeing these oppressive systems being taken down. There becomes this schadenfreude effect of you being happy that, oh yes, I might not be able to like directly fight my system, but these people are doing it and I feel happy for them and I feel happy that the system is being taken down. It provides hope because when you see people fighting for their rights, fighting for what they believe in, it gives you the courage to do something about your own situation. You're not literally overthrowing a government in your case, but it keeps the belief that someday your situation will improve. Corruption. It shows itself as, like, the Oscar shows itself as objective because the nomination process itself is filled with corruption. There's literally something called Oscar season where everyone is pushing for interviews and giving favors to members of the Academy. The members of the Academy get money, gifts, even houses, and that's because they want to get a nomination from those people. You can't risk the volatility of the sport because there have been tournaments canceled because of low attendance. Top players who people look up to are exposed as groomers and sexual harassers. Gamers are caught saying slurs. That if the tournament is small, the money can't be made back because a lot of people don't want to watch it. So this means the government can't make their return on investment if they put their money into a sketchy community. is not as easy and it usually takes time. You need to consider your situation. You need to consider what your actual gender identity is. But the fact that you're getting pressure to come out because of the bandwagon, you're not being able to mentally process everything. It's also mentally taxing, and the rise will only force them to identify with unhealthy standards of what's coming out and what it should look like. This is bad for the superpower member states because member states such as US, India, and Japan need the manufacturing power and raw materials like coal from China. This is true, but for the very long time, China has been a great source of labor and resources. They're also source of microchips and technology in some of the biggest businesses such as Jack Ma's Alibaba. This is harmful because at the point in which they reciprocate the retaliation, the people in China will also be harassed, especially those who are in Quad member states. This looks like Asian hate crimes to Chinese people. This looks like limited medicines from USA or vaccine or like COVID vaccines arriving in China. This is bad for the Indo-Pacific region, especially those that were historically claimed to be a part of China, such as Taiwan and Hong Kong, because they'll also receive more US sanctions as kind of part of China. Tunnels are very deep into the ground and you are surrounded by dirt and rock on all sides. You have very little protection if dust gets moved into the air because you're in a very enclosed space. And both open pit mining and tunnel mining both use explosives, and this can throw dust into the air, but at least in an open pit mine, you're safe because you have more airflow. Moving on, better airflow and gas. Carbon monoxide builds up in underground tunnels the farther down you go. And the farther down you go, the less fresh air you get. That's why you have canaries in mines, because those can build up without any supply of fresh air. So the more exposure you have to fresh air, the better you feel and the more productive you'll be. That's why we think that it's better for there to be an open pit mine, because there is a constant flow of air coming in. It's also safer from the cave in. It's easier to fence off and block access to a giant hole in the ground rather than put up the stilts and the wooden structure that you have to do to create a mine. It's cheaper to protect the miners this way. All you need is a safer way to get down than putting up posts all the way. They can utilize machinery based in construction rather than have to find their own mining machines that set up the tunnels, because mining machines have to be more careful and more gentle to the rocks than just normal construction machinery, because this can mirror the foundation digging that you can do when you're trying to build a skyscraper.